Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. And hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where you can grow your online business. Welcome. Good to see you. Man, I am a little tardy again, a little late again. I really don't want to go on this late, but sometimes it happens. Hey, it makes it to the end of the year or the beginning of the next year's story that I can say, hey, maybe I'll tell you about these days that in that live. I know I talked about a lot of um, differences, situations I had to face this past 5 years that I've been going live. So, hey, who knows? Who knows, right? Tonight, I want to talk about those random acts of kindnesses that you and I may do that may not turn out to be so on our favor. Have you ever done something like that? And it just comes back and kind of haunts you, right? Hold on. It's one of those things, right? Oh my goodness, Jenny, I sent you like a little tiny little, I felt like short little text, and I was hoping you would not hear it. Oh no, you're here. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I was saying, man, I really like this drink. It's one of those things that if I drink it, I got to drink the whole thing. It's cucumber lime sugar free Gatorade. I think that's what it is, and it's so good. It's so good. Anyway, let's get into this. Yeah, maybe one of these days I'll tell you some of the stories that are going on in my life. I was talking to one of my really good friends yesterday, and I've been ignoring his call for like 4 days, and finally had the chance to talk to him yesterday. Kind of caught up with him, and he's all like, and I said, "Yeah, I know." Anyway, I love the prayers you guys are sending me. Please continue. Do not stop. Keep them coming. I love them, so I appreciate it. All right, promise. Let's get into tonight. So, sometimes you do a random act of kindness, or it may not even be a random um, act of kindness. It may be just like what you do, right? You do something for somebody, and then it comes back and it bites you. And it's not like a little tiny little bite, it like bites a chunk out of you, right? Have you ever had that happen? Um, I don't know. Maybe you haven't. Maybe you lived that beautiful life, but I know I have, and it sucks, you know. So I'll give you a little story. Whole story. A man in the desert one night and is in his tent, and it's kind of cold, so he's in his tent, feeling warm and uncomfortable. That his camel, hey, it's Wednesday, kind of hump day. His camel peeks his head in to the tent and says, "Hey, master, it's really cold out there. Do you mind if I kind of peek my head into the tent?" And master, being a kind man, says, "Yeah, sure, no problem. You can poke your head into the tent." After a while, he's kind of moving around his neck and his head, and he says, "Hey, master, is it okay if I kind of pull my neck into the tent as well, because it's really cold outside, and my head is kind of It's just in, but my neck isn't. And the master says, "Sure, why not? You can stick your neck in as well." And so he's kind of moving around the tent, and he's just kind of not feeling it. And he turns around, and he says, "Hey, master, it's just like not that comfortable. I'm bending down, I'm hunched down, and I got my neck into the tent. You mind if I think it'd be more comfortable if I just kind of bring my four legs in." The master says, "Sure, sure, yeah, it is cold outside. You can bring your four legs in." So the camel brings his four legs in, and now he's standing up in the tent and pretty much taking up pretty much the whole space in the tent. And it's not really comfortable because why? Because he's kind of standing up high. And he turns around to the master and says, "Hey, master, me standing tall, it doesn't really help because I am pushing up against the curtain on the tent, and breeze is coming into the tent, and it doesn't like help keep the tent warm. What do you say I plunk down and sit down?" Excuse me. And the master says, "We're in the desert. Yeah. What happened to the farm?" The farmer kind of is moving to the desert run. I was waiting for something like that, but I caught it late. That was funny. I thought I'd spice it up with the desert. And it's Wednesday, hump day, camel, Persian. Oh my goodness. Did I throw that in? Of course I did. Gotta make fun of myself always. Dude, this drink is so good. If you haven't had this thing, cucumber, lime, sugar-free Gatorade. I think it's Gatorade with ice. It's just so good. Um, so he plumps down and he's kind of feeling it now. He's kind of warm, but now the tent is really tight. Like we're talking a camel inside this tent that is meant for a human. So he turns around to the master and says, "Hey, master, it's not very comfortable for both of us in here. It definitely it looks like it's it's tight for both of us, and you know you're a smaller guy. What do you say? You step outside. For me to go outside, I'm a big camel." And so the master is hesitant, and the camel kind of pushes him outside, and pretty much before you know it, the master is outside the tent in the cold, and the camel is chilling inside the tent. Moral of the story: sometimes that camel in your life, in my life, can represent negativity. It can represent um, people trying to tell you you're not enough. It can be people that butt in to your life and don't have a room. It could be thoughts, it could be actions, it could be people, it could be all kinds of things that barge their way into your life where they don't belong. Maybe you gave them a little bit of a room, and before you know it, they're taking over. How many times in your life, I know I'm no stranger to this, how many times in your life you've let a negative thought in, a worry in, an anxiety in, and it's literally taken you over, consumed you? Have you ever had that? Some of the questions I ask that I say, "Have you ever had that?" I'm really hoping you say no. You know that, right? And I'm hoping that somebody says, "Oh no, I haven't had that." It hasn't happened. All of us have had those, and too many times, right? Too many times. And so remember the camel story in this case. Remember that, hey, he can be sneaking up on you. Say, hey, it's just my head, then it's my neck, then it's my body, then it's my legs. Then you need to get out. So like I've talked about this before. You let something in that is negative in nature, and it just kind of just finds home. Once it finds home, it's like it's so hard to get rid of it. You can't get rid of it. It's just so hard, right? So I'm asking you, the next time you're faced with a situation, right? Samir, namaste, namaste. Hopefully, you can watch the replay. I think you will enjoy it and get some value from it as well. So the next time you're faced with a situation where a negative thought, a worry, an anxiety, some people are coming in and saying, "Hey, hey, hey, you can't do this. You're not enough. It's not possible. It's not in the books for you. It's not in the stars for you." You remember the story, and you remember that once you let them in, chances are they're not going anywhere. And it's not going to be easy for you to get rid of them. So, with that, hopefully, you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this. I appreciate you guys. Um, my goal for this week was to do a skit every single day, and a duet, and a stitch every single day. My schedule today and yesterday has completely thrown me off. So, my bad, my bad. But we keep trying. We keep showing up, right? We keep showing up, as we do as much as we can. So, hopefully, you guys enjoy. But I have some really good stuff lined up. I laugh because some of them are pretty funny. So, and I'm doing a challenge for myself. I'll start it tomorrow, a 30-day challenge, and I'll mention it to tomorrow. Actually, I might mention it tomorrow. It's a personal challenge. It's not the health or like um, business kind of thing related. Not really. I mean, it can be, but so it's a personal challenge. But I'll let you know. I might let you know tomorrow. But that should be fun. That should be fun. So with that, all right, let's wrap it up. Hopefully, you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this. Remember, it's the rule of three. Remember, I did a live on this. There's a psychology behind, when you do 3 words, 3 actions, 3 prices, right? 3 notes. So hopefully you guys got some love, inspiration, value. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the prayers, chats, texts. Hopefully I'm caught up. I may have missed a few. So if I have, forgive me. Maybe send me a message again. But I think I've caught up with most of them. And with that, if you feel like this is worthy of sharing, do what you got to do. Spread the love. Tag a couple people. Don't be shy. And I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your online side gigs. Signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.